Hey guys, I've got some awesome new information about the Kandahar Giant incident that I can't wait to share with you. One of our amazing viewers tipped us off to a video interview with an Afghan soldier who claims to have witnessed part of the Kandahar Giant incident. I'll link the original video in the description below in case you want to go check it out for yourselves. The interview is in Urdu, but thanks to the magic of technology, we've got a transcript. And let me tell ya, it's kind of mind-blowing. So, the soldier says that particular day, he sees a Chinook helicopter transporting something to the American base in Kandahar. Now remember, at this point in the Afghan war, the American and Afghan soldiers are working together, so he has access to the base. So he sees a chopper fly in carrying something big. Wondering what's going on, he follows the chopper and heads over to the base. Gets over to where the chopper had landed with its payload and manages to get within 20 to 30 feet of the body at the base. The soldier describes himself as a semi-witness to the event. He didn't see the giant alive, but he claims to have seen its body. Remember the spear we mentioned in our original video? The soldier claims he saw that too.
उससे वो जो थी ना एंटिटी उसकी बॉडी को मैंने खुद देखा है ठीक है उसकी बॉडी को मैंने खुद देखा है वो 15 से 16 फीट उसकी हाइट थी भाईजान और जो स्पीयर उसके हाथ में था ना जिसे हम भाला बोलते हैं पंजाबी में वजन 15 पाउंड्स वजन था उसका भाले का खाली जो आगे उसका लोहा लगा हुआ था उसके आगे 3 फीट उसकी लेंथ थी और वो 15 पाउंड्स उसका वजन था इन ऑल उस भाले का वजन 22 या 23 पाउंड होगा.
Here's where it gets really weird. The soldier confirms the 6 fingers and 6 toes on each hand and foot. Also, its hair color and the absolutely terrible smell coming from the body.
और उस जायंट की इस तरह था कि पैरों की भी 6-6 उंगलियां थीं और हाथों की भी 6-6 उंगलियां थीं और उसके बाल भजन जिस तरह माल्टाई रंग नहीं होता लाइट माल्टाई रंग इस तरह के उसके बाल थे और इंतहाई गलीज किस्म की स्मेल आ रही थी उससे बहुत गंदी स्मेल उससे आ रही थी.
And it gets even better. The soldier mentions an encounter with an interpreter at the base who gives him the whole scoop. And just so you know, before I show this part, in the captions, you're going to read the word Panthan. The term Panthan is a British term for the Pashtun people, which is the largest ethnic group in Afghanistan and the second largest in Pakistan. So here's what he says.
इस तरह वो कुछ कर रही थी तो मैंने इंटरप्रेटर था अखवान उससे मैंने पूछा कि यार क्या बात है ऐसी इतनी सीक्रेसी क्या है मैंने इसका कुछ देखा भी है एयर के अंदर कुछ पेलोड लेके जा रहे थे तो उस पठान भाई ने मुझे सही बात एक्सप्लेन की और मैं उस चीज के इतने नजदीक गया हूँगा जितना कि आप कह लें कि 30 फीट 20 फीट उसकी मैं नजदीक गया हूँगा उससे आगे मुझसे जाने नहीं हुआ क्योंकि उसकी स्मेल ही इतनी गंदी थी.
This lines up pretty dang well with the account from our AC-130 pilot, doesn't it? Remember, he told us about transporting a massive, smelly body from Afghanistan to Qatar. The pieces are kind of starting to fit together. But here's what I find really fascinating. This Afghan soldier mentions something that's been nagging at me since we first covered the story, and that is, how can no one know that these things are out there? He talks about how there are vast, unexplored areas in the mountains of Afghanistan and Pakistan, places that aren't even on our maps.
और मैं मतलब है कि उस दिन मुझे इस चीज का एहसास हुआ कि जो हमारे ये बलूचिस्तान के माउंटेन रेंजेस हैं और जो हमारे नॉर्दर्न एरियाज हैं यहाँ पर 75% से अबव इलाके ऐसे हैं जो हम लोगों ने नहीं देखे जो कि मैप्ड नहीं हैं ठीक है ना और उन जगहों पर क्या-क्या चीजें रहती हैं हमें इस चीज का बिल्कुल भी नहीं पता.
Kinda makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else might be hiding in those remote, isolated regions? Could there be more giants out there just waiting to be discovered? Now, I know some of you might be skeptical, and you should be. That's what makes you such great viewers. But here's the thing. We now have multiple independent accounts all telling a similar story. We've got American soldiers, an AC-130 pilot, and now an Afghan soldier, all corroborating key details. At what point do we start to think that there might be some fire behind all of the smoke? As always, I encourage you to think critically and draw your own conclusions. But I've got to say, with each new piece of evidence, this whole Kandahar Giant story becomes harder and harder for me to dismiss. Now, I know this new interview doesn't dramatically alter the story we've been following out of Kandahar, but what it does do is add another layer of corroboration to the existing accounts. This Afghan soldier's testimony is particularly interesting because it comes from outside the American military structure. It's an independent voice that aligns with the stories we've heard from American soldiers and the AC-130 pilot. The details he provides, the giant's height, the 6 fingers and toes, the unusual spear, and the terrible smell all match up with previous accounts. What's more, his perspective as someone familiar with the region adds a new dimension to our understanding of how this could go unnoticed. His comments about the vast unexplored areas in the mountains of Afghanistan and Pakistan remind us of just how much we don't know about these remote regions. So where do we go from here? Well, we keep digging, we keep asking questions, and we remain open to new information wherever it might come from. That's what makes this whole thing so fun. You never know what the next piece of evidence might reveal. Stay skeptical, and I'll see you in the next update. And hey, if you want to revisit our original Kandahar Giant video with this new information in mind, just click right here. It's amazing how each new piece of the puzzle can change our perspective. Be careful out there, my amazing in-betweeners, and I'll see you soon.